Hello everyone, it's Major Parks. Today I'd like to talk about a Army combat fitness test. Some of you heard about it. We replaced a APFT that was consist of 3 events. Now it's going to be 6 events. Briefly, just kind of go over what this event is for and what do you expect and what do you have to know about and what kind of event that this is consist of. Start from the far left side. There are points right here, as you can see. 100 is maximum and it goes down, right? The strength is, this is for a deadlift. For those of you guys who already been to the gym or who's been doing workout on a regular basis, I'm sure some of you guys already have done deadlift as part of your workout plan. The heavy bar at the gym, the weights on the side, and you in the right correct form. It's key thing is that you got to be in the correct form and pull yourself up and down. It consists of the lowest 140 pounds all the way up to 300 maximum pounds of 340. There's a power throw, m centimeters, and as you can see, how far can you throw 10-pound heavy ball? You gotta throw backwards. This is a distance, and there's a released push-up. Right? It's not the same as an old push-up where you have to be correct rigid form to up and go up and down the correct form. This is actually released push-up, meaning you gotta go on the floor and release your hand and you bring it in and you move up. That's one. You have to touch the floor with your chest, and that's how many reps do you do, right? Obviously 70 is 100%. Within sprint drag carry, it's not just the one activity you do. Okay? It consists of the drag carry, the sidewalk, the sprint. So I'll show the picture later on in what I'm talking about. So you gotta do within perfect score, you gotta do minute and 40 seconds. If you do 20 leg tuck, meaning that's on the pull-up bar, you have to be 90 degrees, your arm bended, and you have to pull yourself up. Pretty tough. It's not easy. So that's repetition. If you do 20 reps, 100%. And followed by, of course, 2-mile run doesn't go anywhere. And to get 100%, 12 minutes and 45 seconds. And you look at right here, minimum score for soldiers are heavy, physical demand unit, and MOS. Minimum score for soldiers is significant physical demand unit for MOS, and followed by minimum score for soldiers in moderate physical demand unit MOS. What does it mean by heavy, significant, moderate? When you look at the previous one, APFT, Army Physical Fitness Test, those 3 events had a by gender and by age different category of a score. For this, ACFT is designed to be a age and a gender neutral event. They segregated by MOS this time. So if you're in the heavy category MOS, we're talking about combat arm MOS. As you can see, this is what I meant. Sergeant Major nominees, moderate. You go moderate, trainee unassigned, right? 9 Bravo, that's moderate. Nurse Corps candidate, that's moderate. So you can see all those MOSs, different MOS has different category. By MOS, those 3 categories: significant, heavy, and moderate. Know your MOS and see which one you fall into. You want to pass the event. So the minimum for heavy jobs is to score 70, you got to do a 200 pound of a deadlift, 3 reps, 8 meters for throwing backwards ball, right, and then 30 reps for hand release push-up. For drag carry, hand drag carry events, you gotta do within 2 minutes and 10 seconds. And you gotta do a 5 reps of leg tucks and then 18 minutes of 2-mile run. Those are the heavy minimum to pass. If you fall into significant MOS, then these are the minimum score right here, you can see on my screen. If you fall into moderate, which is gonna be a 60, 140, 4.5, 10, 3 minutes, 1 for leg tuck, and 21 minutes of runs. If you look at the past APFT, your minimum score for run was much lower than 21 minutes, based on your age, right? But then it was much lower than that. But now, as you can see, the run time significant increase because of your MOS, which is a good thing. I want to show you by picture. First event is called 3 repetition back deadlift. Fitness components: muscular strength, balance, and flexibility. Application to common soldier task: lifting heavy loads from the ground, extracting a casualty. That's the purpose of this exercise, that you have the endurance, that you have the muscle strength to carry or the casualty in an action that happens in the battlefield, that you are able to carry your fellow service member, right? So you got to have that strength. The top PRT activities that follow goes along with this is a like sumo squat, alternate stagger, or squat jump, forward lunge. Yeah, those will help you with this deadlift event. One thing you gotta be careful is the form. You don't want to too much weight on it and hurt yourself. If you don't know what you're doing, ask your buddy that who can help you out as well. And of course, you have your supervisor, your NCO, chain of command, who can also help you with that as well. Event 2 is a standing power throw. It's not just a regular ball. It is a 10-pound ball. You gotta throw backwards. You cannot jump. You have to put your foot on the ground, kind of like swing yourself, and then throw back. Make sure it's angle, I want to say like more like 45 degree. If you throw too high, straight up, or if you throw in wrong angle, obviously that ball is going to fall on you. Just got to practice, have that momentum. 60 and 100 point scores between 4.5 and 12.5 meters. Aim for 100 points. Depends on your ability, but you just got to keep practice. And the top 3 PRT activities is a part jump, an overhead push press, and tuck jump. This event is help you as a soldier for any task related to lifting soldiers up, throwing a grenade, and jumping across over obstacles to help you prepare for the combat. Event 3 is a hand release push-up, arm extension. This one is to muscular endurance. Same thing. Application to common soldier task is a moving obstacles, hand-to-hand combat, pushing loads and vehicles, getting to and from ground. And top 3 activities to help you: supine chest press, or incline bench press, or 8-count push-up, upper body workout. To score between 60 and 100 point is 10 and 60 reps. I know for male might be easier. For female or older age service members might have more be challenging with those higher reps. Have more muscle endurance exercise you got to do. Event 4 is a sprint drag carry. It's not just a one event. Within that event, it broke it down to other activity you got to do. You conduct 50-meter shuttle at a time, right? You got to go back and forth. First, you got to start with the sprint. You lay on the floor, and the moment you say go, you sprint. You drag, like the weight on there backwards, and then you come back. You go 50-meter out, and you come back 50-meter in. And the lateral is you move to the side. Make sure you're in the correct form, and you got to move to the side. And you carry a weight, and then you go back and forth, and then followed by another sprint to finish it off. So it consists of 5 50-meter events going back and forth. Within that sprint drag carry, so it's gonna worn out your thigh, your muscle on your leg. Straight leg deadlift, or bend over row, or 300-meter shuttle run, like fast, like sprint run back and forth. Those will help you. Another muscle endurance and muscular strength to score between 60 and 100 points between 3 minutes and 1 minute and 33 seconds. So if you do all that in 1 minute and 33 seconds, you get 100% perfect score. But if you do 3 minutes, that's gonna be 60. If you don't practice, it's not easy. Leg tuck. Event 5 is a complete many leg tucks as possible. For those of you guys who fall in the moderate category for MOS, you only do the 1 rep, but the max score is 20 reps. This is pretty difficult too. On the pull bar, you're gonna go up and down. But to pass 1 rep is not too difficult. Once again, this is muscular strength, endurance. Application to common soldier task is a surmounting obstacles, walls, load carriage, or move under the load, rope traverse and rope climb. And top 3 activity that's going to help you is a bend, a leg raise, a leg tuck and twist, and alternate grip pull-up. 2-mile run is still there. The pro is that time is much better than before. Now you're talking about 60 is 21 minutes. But remember, all the 5 events, you got to complete all those and do the 2-mile run. You pretty much kind of worn out the previous 5 events, and now you're at the 2-mile run. Okay, so even though the run time kind of increased, it's still challenging. To get perfect score is 13 minutes 30 seconds. Fitness components for aerobic endurance and also cardio. And application to common soldier task is dismount movement, or rock march, infiltration, or movement to contact. Sprint intervals, right? You run fast, and you rest for a couple of seconds, or you run fast, right? you break for 120 seconds, you know, those type of interval runs, right? Those type of activities definitely help you. And release run or hill repeats, you go uphill, downhill, you go uphill, downhill. That will definitely help you as well. Um, and those are the 6 events. And hope you guys kind of now have a better understanding of this new ACFT. I'm gonna put a link here for this article. It has a very detailed, good information about what to prepare and what you have to do to pass the ACFT. Okay, so I think it's a very good article. So I'll leave a link there. Today's conclusion, I want to mention about 3 things. 1, trying to aim for the perfect score. Don't just try to put yourself in the medium just because you're moderate category. Don't just limit yourself. 2, understand your MOS. Find out where you fall into. Heavy or significant or moderate. Okay, I'm gonna put a link on the one that I showed you too, so that you know where you fall into, and that's gonna help you, prepare, and you have some kind of expectation management of where you are and how you can pass it. Okay, and last but not least, if you look at other YouTube videos or you go to a website or you look at other resources available out there on public, and you can kind of practice and try out and see where you are. Time yourself just like you're having the real ACFT. So do all those 6 events and see where you are and find out where you are. I'm sure you'll be successful, well prepared for ACFT. Thank you guys for watching my video and liking my video and subscribing my videos. I truly appreciate it. Thank you all, and it was a major part. All right, see you guys later. Bye.